We got some playoff football today, mate, and the Eagles will be winning the Super Bowl yet again this year.
Who cares, man? But
all right.
I think I might have a win on my shoulders.
You think the Niners are gonna win?
No. Remember that chick we met the other day at the cafe?
Oh yeah. She was kind of cute, and she was all over you. You should go back and get her number.
Dude, I already got her number. She gave me her number that day.
Oh, someone's jonesing for some love. Are you gonna call her next week after you rehearse what you're gonna say to her?
No, I don't want her to forget about me. I was just thinking about her. Might as well just call her, you know?
No. Dude, you cannot just call someone out of the blue without rehearsing what you're going to say. The worst things in history have happened when people do not rehearse.
I think you're over-exaggerating.
Take my word for it.
You're over-exaggerating.
Take my word for it.
I'm not taking your word.
Take my word for it.
Why?
Take my word for it.
No. I'm calling her right now.
Give her a call.
You never
Call
give
her on
good
the phone.
advice anyways.
I give the best advice.
No, you don't.
The best advice ever given, I have given.
Dude, just be quiet. Be quiet. Watch me work my magic.
Your funeral.
My magic. Kind of nervous.
Hello?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here from San Diego, reporting live. I'm just kidding.
I actually like that.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Saturday to you all. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Welcome back to another episode of Mr. Brady Productions. I am Jalan.
I'm Lance.
And today we are going to be talking about the importance of rehearsals on an indie set.
Yeah.
As you saw in our extremely exaggerated skit, as always, rehearsals are very important. They serve a big role when it comes to putting a movie together.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're experienced, inexperienced, in the middle, outside, inside, upside down, upright, whatever you are in the world of film, rehearsal.
Very important.
So, as an actor,
Yeah.
how important is a good rehearsal for you when it comes to becoming someone that you're not?
Oh, dude, that's very important, man.
That's a good way to ask it.
Yeah.
How are you someone that you're not?
Obviously, it's really important because you're like you said, you're pretending to be somebody that you're not. So a lot of it comes down to talking to the director, getting an idea of what the character should be like, and then taking that script home and then just working with the dialogue and just slowly start to mold the character into what you feel it should be based off of what you give me, the director gives me.
Okay.
And yeah, so just rehearsing that dialogue at home with yourself, getting to know, bring that character to life, and then connecting with my my fellow castmates who I'm in a scene with, and practicing with them. Yeah.
Okay, those good points. Good points from an actor's standpoint. So I mean, as a director, I think my main thing that I like to focus on with rehearsals, and I hope to convey to like you guys when you are rehearsing, rehearsals aren't meant to be perfect.
Yeah,
that's where we want the mistakes. I want you guys to do the things you're thinking to see if it works. This way, it's just like, hey, do that in the scene.
Yeah.
Because it looked good or whatever. And then it's just like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
Because that was terrible and that's going to ruin the scene. So that's kind of like what I look for when you guys are rehearsing and kind of getting, more into character. And so one thing with us, we kind of there's different types of rehearsals that we had.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys get the script, you go home, you're rehearsing your lines. And I always thought it was good to give them rehearsals right before we start recording. So we get to set, everyone kind of, chills out, relaxes for a little bit. And then you guys just kind of go through the scene with me just watching, saying like, hey, that was good. This was, not good. And then you guys give me the okay, like, hey, we're ready. Let's start rolling. So I feel like those were very important for our success.
Yes.
When it came to, putting together a movie without any, experience or anything. Just the amount of reps really helped you guys like hone in on the character and being ready, when that red light came on the camera, it wasn't really like you had a lot to do. So when it comes to rehearsals, what sort of things are you discussing with like fellow actors in the rehearsal? Like, are you telling them, are you telling them what you're going to do, or are you just kind of playing around with things and seeing how it works? How do you guys work that?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Where like we're going through the dialogue. It was like, you know what? I think it would sound better if I said this a different way, or vice versa to them. Or
Okay.
that sounds really good, but what if we tried it at like a different tone, or we just switch the wording up or something? So it's a lot of back and forth with the dialogue and just switching it up. And I actually kind of forgot the question.
That's a good way to move on. I forgot the question. I'm just gonna stop talking now. But I mean, you answered it. You're kind of just looking for those things that can enhance the scene.
Yes.
So when it comes to rehearsals aren't just for the actors, I should say. As a cinematographer for our film, my movements were, it had to make sense for the scene to not ruin the scene. So I myself would be rehearsing how I was going to move the camera so you guys can get an idea of where I'll be at certain points and things like that. So rehearsals aren't just like going over lines and, you know, saying, hey, do this, I'm gonna do that. It's more so for everybody to kind of know overall the efficiency of how the scene is gonna go. So that's one thing, you know, if you guys are getting into film, indie films, rehearsing everything it's only helpful. You know, you can't hurt to kind of know where everyone's gonna be.
So who was checking you when you would
I check myself.
Okay.
You know, so when you're the director, you can kind of mess up and know you messed up, but there ain't no one looking over your shoulder, so you don't tell anyone. There was a lot of moments where I was just like, oh, what am I doing?
That's funny.
But you guys don't know my intent. So it's
that
like,
is true.
I'll be out of frame. Not out of frame, but like, for example, when you and Marty were doing your scene and how you guys were like moving through the scene, I would think you're gonna move this way, and you would just stop, and I'm just like, oh, damn. So you would see the camera just jerk this way, and I'll say, hey guys, Lance messed up his lines. We got to do that.
Oh, that's what you would do.
Lance is clearly messing up today. We got to start over. But yeah, so that's why, like,
that's funny.
I would try to make sure, like, if I messed up the scene, like, hey, my bad, guys. Like, I completely missed that one.
Dude, that's funny. Just blame the actor.
It goes in. But that's where rehearsals come in handy. Like, once, if you have the idea, then, you know, you kind of know. And we'll give you guys a sneak peek of the scene we're talking about with him and Marty, where they were moving. And then I don't know if we have any footage of you guys rehearsing. But once you see the scene, you'll kind of understand why rehearsing was important compared to, like, their movements and things they were going to say. Are there scenes or are there types of scenes that you feel like calls for more rehearsals than not?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Because I would say the scene with me and Xavier when we were in the woods, we had like a little scuffle.
Okay, like fight scene.
Yeah, fight scene. Because we've never done a fight scene before, and Xavier's the one who's had experience with action scenes. So something like that required a lot of rehearsal because I've never done something like that before. So we wanted it to look natural, to come off as natural and as believable as possible. So there were like times where we had to do a number of takes because it just didn't look believable. It didn't look right. And I would just like tell Xavier, like, hey, I kind of want this to be believable. So if you need to lay a punch into me, just go ahead and do it.
Just don't make me bleed.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. And yeah, that day did take a little bit more time because we had to make sure it looked good. You guys weren't getting hurt. And you were able to replicate it if we needed to go back to it. And one thing I will say, so in the beginning when we were kind of planning this movie, one thing that we researched was what are some of the negative things that people say about indie films? And not everyone, but a lot of people said the acting. And I feel like rehearsals help elevate the acting because it gives you guys, like I said before, the reps. You do it over and over and you get more into character. So I feel like with our movie, although we had people who have never acted before, you can't really tell that they never acted because they had the rehearsal time and, you know, the reps to just be like, all right, take 10, take 11, take 12. And although, you know, you would want to be able to get it in one take, we were never proponents of like 3 and done.
No.
If we had to be there for hours on end to get as good of the scene that we felt we could, we were going to do that. So I feel like the rehearsals really helped you guys feel comfortable.
Oh, 100%.
It helped you guys figure out what each other was going to do. And ultimately, it just created really amazing scenes. And you all did a great job. Like everybody, from the experienced actors to the guys who have never acted before. You guys all like really, all of you stepped up to a level I feel like you probably didn't know you had.
Yeah.
And it, it really turned out to be good. And we're talking about this movie. We've seen it. It's been in, we've had 2 premieres in theaters. So we have gotten feedback, good feedback on the movie. So we're not just kind of boasting ourselves up. We mentioned in another episode, we filmed this movie twice. The first go around, it was not good. We scrapped that one, went back to the drawing board, and just kind of figured out what we need to do to improve. And then the second go around, that's where the movie magic was able to shine through. So
for there, that was like a double layer of rehearsal.
Yeah,
I kind of see it.
Yeah, so we had extra time to kind of figure out what we needed to do. But yeah, so that's kind of our take on rehearsals. Why we feel like it's important, especially at this level, at the indie film level. I don't know why. Yeah, it's
the indie level.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought there was a different word I could have used, but indie is what it is.
Independent level.
The pause was the seasoning at the end of it. But yeah, so that's our takeaways from rehearsals and just trying to, make sure you're in the best position to create the best movie possible. We try to keep it simple. Practice, practice, practice. So as always, before we end every episode, we'd like to leave you guys with a quote that kind of resonated with us when talking about rehearsals. And this is going to come from Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 10. If the axe is dull and its edge unsharpened, more strength is needed, but skill will bring success. So essentially to us, that just means you have to sharpen your skills. The more practice, the better you get. And just like, with your faith in God, you got to pray more. You got to read your Bible more. You definitely have to practice to have a good relationship with God, and I think surrounding yourself with people who are like-minded, who also want to grow in their faith and things like that can help sharpen that iron. They always say iron sharpens iron in sports and things like that. So it's the same thing with movies. If this is your first step into making a movie, talk to people who have done it before. Even if they're not professionals, you can always learn from other people, even if they're at different levels. So that's our scripture for today. Hopefully, if you're having a bad day, that makes you feel better. If you needed some words of encouragement, hopefully that does something for you. But that is going to wrap it up for us today. You got anything else?
Nice. No, that was perfect, bro.
Yeah. I strive for perfection.
As they say, practice. That's why.
Practice makes perfect. Yeah. We did that. We rehearsed that.
Yeah.
We knew we were going to say that. It came full circle, so we said it. Yeah, it's time to end this episode.
Yeah, it is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you next week.
Sam Burrows?
Do I know you?
No, but I believe we have a mutual friend. Kirk Odenwell. Sound familiar? Look, he mentioned you called him trying to apologize for your involvement in that Nepal plane crash.
Whoa, plane crash? I don't know anything about a plane crash. You got the wrong guy, pal.
Look, wrong guy. No. It's you. I know it's you. Listen, my wife was supposedly in that crash. I'm just looking for answers. I just need to know what you were trying to tell Kirk. That's it.
Kirk, you keep mentioning Kirk. I don't know a guy named Kirk. I don't know anything about a plane crash. You clearly got me mistaken for somebody else. Excuse me.
Look, I don't know why you're pretending like it's not you. It's you. I know it is. You thought you were smart by blocking your calls, but you messed up that one time, and Kirk saved your number. I'm just looking for information.
What are you, some sort of investigator? I mean, where do you get off blaming people for shit that they haven't done? I already told you, I don't know anything about a plane crash. I don't know anything about a guy named Kirk. Now you need to get the fuck out of my way.